Hey guys, Paul here again with ADV for me. Thanks for checking back in. In today's episode, we're going to be installing the Shorty shifters that the people over at Nicecnc sent me. So let's go do this now. It only takes a couple of minutes. All right, so we're going to do clutch side first. What I've gone and done again, I've removed the bark buster out of the way so that we have a little bit more space here, and I've loosened off the brake perch so that I can create a bit of an angle to work at. So what I'm going to do first is go ahead and just loosen off the adjuster for the clutch cable to give us a bit more length. Makes it a little bit easier to slide the clutch out. Okay, so underneath here we have a 10mm bolt which we're going to remove. I've already loosened it off, so I'm just going to go ahead and undo this, and we're going to be using these again when we put the new one back on. So we've got that out of the way. Now with the new clutch lever, there's also a bushing as well, which goes in this hole right here, which I will go ahead and put a little bit of grease on. Just a little dab will do. Waterproof grease. That was probably a little too generous. And I'll just put it in here. I'm just going to wipe my hands quickly. Just give me 1 second. All right, so now that's ready to slide in. So the first thing we're going to do is pull out the existing clutch lever, like so. Flip it upside down and then just angle it so that the keyway where the cable slides into the clutch lever is accessible. And I'm just going to grab a pair of pliers just to grab the cable, just to slip it out like this, and we'll just get a hold of that and then slide it out. So there. So this is a really simple installation to do. There may be a little bit of adjustment required afterwards, but now what we're going to do is we're going to put this upside down. I'm going to grab this cable again, and I'm going to hold it back here like this with the pliers. So again, so we have a bit more cable exposed, and then all I have to do is slip that cable into that little keyway there, just like this. There we go, and bingo, that's on. So now what I'm going to do is just going to flip it over, or flip it back this way here, give it a little tug just to give it a bit more length again, and then we'll just slide that in like so. Again, you've got that little button down here which we've got that switch, so we need to make sure that that is captured in behind. And now we will go ahead and reinsert the 10mm nut and bolt that we just removed. Grab my socket. And then once I have this back on, I will sit on the bike just to readjust the angle. It's always the wrong way, never fails. You don't want to over tighten it. You want it, oh, that feels good. That's great. Now I'm just going to sit on the bike and adjust this back to the most comfortable setting. Okay, so now I'm just making sure that this is comfortable both in the sitting and the standing position. That's good there. So I'll just tighten this back up now. That's great. And then further, I will add some more tension back to the clutch cable. Get rid of some of that play. Oh yeah, it feels good. What's great about the two finger, probably more for the brake though, is when you're braking, you're not pinching your pinky and the next finger. It gives you a bit more ability to, gives you a bit more room for those fingers and allows you to actually hold on to the bars a little bit better. You could even do it with one finger, but it feels good. It does, it feels awesome. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to button up the bark buster, and then we'll head over to the other side to take care of the front brake lever. Good. So before I go and remove this guy here, I am going to mention that there is some adjustability with these levers. So if you see here, you've got this little thumb screw, which you can actually turn out like this. You can actually move it out, and once you have your levers in a position that you like, you can then take a small wrench and just lock that lock nut. So I'm going to leave these like this for now, and I can fine tune them later. So right now I'm going to go ahead and remove, I've already dropped down the bark buster the way again, giving us a little bit more room to do this. And I'm going to take the 10 mil again just to remove this nut. Just going to thread this up and out slowly. I have heated grips on my bike. May look a little different than yours. There we go. So we'll slide this out, and this should just pop right out, just like that. So out with the old and in with the new. And I will do the same thing with this one here. Oh, I blew a tire. I will add just a little dab of grease to this bolt here. This is a relatively quick installation to do, guys. So again, just want to make sure that this is actually captured in behind that little pocket right there. Like this. Good. And then we'll just slip this back in. All right. So that's a pretty simple installation. I'm just going to go ahead and button up the bark buster here and then take it out for a test ride. All right, just a quick, very, very quick little test on the street, and it feels actually pretty good. Clutch is really easy to pull in, brake, same thing. The brake is a little stiffer. I'm gonna probably adjust that a little bit, but all in all, super happy with the overall performance, and it's a super easy installation. So again, big thanks to the people over at Nicecnc. Stay tuned for the next one. We'll be reviewing their platform peg. So with that said, over and out, we'll see you in the next one.